All right, I'm here at Raspberry Point's new oyster bar with the legend, Jason Woodside. Who are you? Oh yeah, you're Jason Woodside. He's allowed me graciously into his kitchen, and I'm like shucking a few oysters, if I can remember what we're doing. We were just talking about this last night. We were at the Tyne Valley Canadian Championship where you came in.
4th.
And top Prince of Rhode Island.
Yes,
top of the island shucker. And we were just talking about efficiencies, how you were working out these ideas to not get faster, but more efficient. What's that? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Just trying to strip away unnecessary movements and only make each necessary movement precise and as accurate as possible. Trying to, save time instead of going faster.
Because speed kills.
Speed kills.
Stay in school. Call your mom. But how did you get out here to Prince Edward Island to shuck oysters?
My family's from PEI, and
that helps.
And I was born in Toronto, and when my parents retired, we moved to PEI. But then after I finished high school here on PEI, I wanted to become a chef. So I was going to go to culinary school in Toronto, and I went to Toronto and I met Adam Cahoon, and he introduced me to the pro shuckers, and then that's all I wanted to do after that.
That's Oyster Boy. Fantastic. And so you worked with Oyster Boy for a while, and then you made your way back?
That's right. I worked for Oyster Boy for 9 years, and then I parted around doing some other stuff, moved back to PEI in 2016, and started shucking oysters seasonally here.
Fantastic. And this is their new joint. This overlooks the original shack, the original grading barn of Raspberry Point, which is right over the water over there. We'll go outside and look at it in a second or two. But how long has this been open now?
This is season 2. We were open for about 6 weeks last season as a soft opening, a dry run, if you will.
Yep.
And we literally just unlocked the door. And people were stepping through the construction zone to get in here to buy oysters.
Oh, I know that feeling. I know that feeling when they're just desperate. They're just, not desperate, but they just can't wait. They're eager to go. They're eager to go. Now tell me, you're a lefty.
Yes, sir. Left-handed, the secret of my success. The oyster's left-handed too, they say.
Oh, really?
Well, the adductor muscle's on one side as opposed to the other. So if you're left-handed, I like to think you have this advantage that the oyster's already on that side of the, close to your body. If you're right-handed, you're reaching around to the other side to sever that adductor muscle. But on the left, I can get right to it.
To it and add it to it?
That's it.
So you're saying you have the advantage. It works anatomically, it's true. Look at these oysters are coming up big and fat. They're getting ready to spawn. What do you think? Look at that guy.
Yeah.
What's your time frame? What do you think?
Oh,
before
any
this one
day
would have
now.
gone. That was in almost any day.
It could be 2 days from now.
That's right. Well, not now.
But an interesting thing, the water is still surprisingly cool for this time of year.
Wow.
Yeah, it really hasn't warmed up much, and I can't say as to why. That's just what I keep hearing from the oyster growers. So these, some oysters have spawned already, but some haven't. They've been holding on to it for a while now.
What do they usually wait for?
Water temperature. Water temperature has to reach 22 degrees. And that's what they say, 22 degrees or 21.5 degrees Celsius. That'll trigger the oysters to spawn. And once oysters spawn, some of the other oysters will spawn too. They'll detect the gamete in the water, and then that triggers them to spawn as well. So they say, so I've read.
You mean you haven't been in the water and just, come on little oysters.
That's right, but it's so crazy. In the fall especially, you can see the oysters spawning. The cages float on the water. Yep. And when the oysters spawn, you see the white sort of film across the top of the water. It's like this pearlescent color too. It's crazy.
Pearlescent. We'll call it pearlescent. We won't. We'll call it other stuff. Pearlescent is good. Another round of oysters going out.
Beautiful.
Pick up. Hands, please. It's the style of which they do stuff here as well is great. They have the little beep bop boop system, and it's a little computery thing, and then we shucky, and they come and get it. And it just works like that. Then behind me over here,
enjoy.
Look at it doing the dance.
You're very
She's
welcome.
got their oysters. And over here, we've got the full kitchen. So it's like tight little spot, which is beautiful. And Jason's here all the time. Are you here all day, yeah?
Pretty much, yeah. 10 hours a day, 5 days, sometimes 6 days a week.
Fantastic. And it's the season. The customers are coming and going, and they're from away, which is nice. We've got to have folks from away to come and enjoy the oysters, etc. I'm going to have an oyster. I'm pulling off a Raspberry Point right off the deck. Why are these ones longer, do you think?
It's got to do with the high flow area. Something about the water whipping around the corner makes them grow longer like that in the cages.
So I mean, you mean if I soak myself in some fast-moving water like that, I'll get longer and not so rounder?
I think so, yeah. Rounding, you have to do a lot of tumbling.
I think it's a little late for that, for me. I think it's a little late for that. Let's try that one. Raspberry point coming right out, straight up. Very briny. It's got that lovely butteriness. It's getting ready to spawn. The pearlescent is just happening. Oh, it got that lovely sort of green finish to it, like seaweed, wakame seaweed green. I get that right in the end of it. Mm-hmm. Sauce or no sauce?
No sauce. Well, okay, here's the thing.
Okay, here it comes.
When people are paying $43 for a plate of oysters, I don't care what they put on the
do whatever you want. You're
put
big
whatever
people.
you want on them.
But on a personal note.
On a personal note, I like them natural.
I usually like to tell folks, you know, and I'm expecting ocean too as well. If I want to have something oceany, I want to have that ocean sense, that ocean flavor, big salt. Fantastic stuff.
How were they? Oh, could you put your tray over there for me, please? Thank you.
Another big one. Lovely. You can see how it modeled it is right now. The gonads are just ready to spawn off right there. All right, that's Jason Woodside. Say hi, Jason.
Hi. Well,
ice?
I don't like the fact that the oysters are on ice all day.
Why?
You know what I mean? Well, because the ice is like too cold for them, I feel. I almost find them better right out of the fridge as opposed to on the ice.
Well, you've had oysters right out of the water, and that is not ice temperature, which is true. And I read things about the way people talk about wine, cellar temperature for wine per se, which is not ice cold. Don't tell Allison, she's got to have the ice in the wine, but that's okay. That's what she does. I love the look of ice around the bed, but if you do it properly, if a proper bed, it should be loaded. There's nothing to see. You just got ice.
Yeah.
And you can't even see the shells. So that's why the signs have got to be good, right? To tell people what it is and all that type of stuff. But if it's not there, so we got people now coming in. Yeah, look, there's people. There's watching.
Guys, that was delicious. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You too.
Don't tell anyone. Keep it our secret. Thank you. Not a person. That's the secret of how you get everybody in. You just tell them not to do that because they never listen to you anyways. That's what we do. But I think the ice temperature, what's your perfect temperature, do you think?
Fridge temperature, 4 degrees. I mean, fridge is colder than that, but I like around 4 degrees. Just cold enough, but not too cold that the oyster is stressed.
I think you're right about that because the palate will understand flavors better at a warmer temperature than ice cold. But you know, being summertime, everybody's going to want to pound the ice and get it all super cold.
That's right.
And again, if you're paying the money for the plate, you can do whatever you want.
And people take a lot of photos now of the oysters on the ice, so it's 5 minutes before they even eat them because they're taking pictures and sending to their friends, right?
And that's why they've got pebble ice here, which is actually really cold, and I think it holds the structure longer than flake or crush or can't do cubes. It's just too rocky. But if you have to, you have to. So.
Holy, that was intense.
Beautiful. Look at that big fatty right there.
Hello.
No, I didn't sever the doctor. Yes, I'm dripping in the oyster liquor, but that's okay because I'm going to eat it. It's the only way to take it to the camera. Off we go. Fabulous. Listen, tell me about your technique. What do you do?
So as a left-handed shucker, I come in on the hinge here. I don't actually come straight in on the hinge. I come in on an angle like so.
Which angle do you follow?
Well, actually, I come in quite steep. Like
looks like you follow this outside edge right here.
That's right.
I tend to follow this outside edge right there.
Yeah.
That's great.
And the reason I do this is because I kind of sharpen my knife on a bit of a chisel tip like that.
Dude, you got like a square tip.
I do. And then when I put the knife in here and I twist this way, I get a more consistent pop on the hinge because I can put the pressure on 2 different parts of the shell with those corners like that. And once I pop that, now I hold it open with my finger. I run my knife in along the top shell over the meat, or gliding it, as I like to call it. And then I sever that adductor muscle. I can do it in one fell swoop. And
now
then
what?
now I turn my oyster 180, not even quite 180, it's more like 95, yeah. And then I just give it a clean sever. And the trick to that, keep my knife pitch steep and I scrape it.
See, this is where the lefties come into play, because you're at an angle that follows this outer edge. We have to sort of come around it as a righty. Beautiful.
And that's it.
And that's it? And then you just set it?
Yeah.
Forget it.
And that's it.
This is Jason Woodside, shucking an oyster. Go. Beautiful. 2, 1, shut. And it's not a speed thing.
No.
Go.
I'm Jason Woodside, and here's my perfect plate of PEI oysters.